Is there a world where you see Penelope and Gus living in the White House in 2029?
I don't know about that. That's just not how I'm thinking about even the near future.
Really?
No, if anything, having kids that little makes you think more than anything about the really long-term future, past when I'm even around.
A political wonder kid steps into fatherhood and embraces the unscripted.
When you went on your first date with Chasten, did you ever imagine you would be here today in this place in your life?
Part of what's amazing about falling in love and getting married is that you're in it for this journey that you just don't know where it's going to take you. But
Is this him trying to get emotional?
I can't imagine I could have asked for anything better.
He's so
Not that it hasn't been
awkward.
hard, but if you
He
asked me
smells like a
that
psychopath.
summer night 9 years ago, told me what was going to happen, and it would have seemed greedy to even hope to have all of that 9 years later.
This is so cringe. Welcome back to the program. That was that was CBS like flipping out over Pete Buttigieg, the Transportation Secretary. And I think I have a conspiracy theory. I think that the reason why they keep promoting him like this is because they don't have anybody else. That's it. What, they got Big Gretch? Pff, she's not really likable. And he's awkward. And he just smiles like a psychopath. Dana Loesch here with you. Bottom of the second hour. You can listen coast to coast. Channel 347 Direct TV as well. He just smiles like a psychopath. He's not good at his job. And the reason you know he's not good at his job is because you know that he's that he's the Secretary for the Department of Transportation. Something I don't even know that we need. What is it? Why do we need that federally? He's supposed to oversee transportation. And the reason that you know who he is because it's absurd and he's so bad at it. That's why you know. And the stuff that he's talked about, like racist bridges, racist roads, racist construction work, everything's like race, everything's unequitable, everything's something or other. It fits, it's, you know, that's it, it just is. And he assigns these values to processes and inanimate objects, and it's just weird. And in the meantime, he couldn't even explain why is it that the administration hasn't been able to build, you know, they said, well, what did they say, like something like 500,000 charging stations, and they built 7. And they were going to have 500,000 by 2030. And they've built 7. Yeah. But he's bad at his job. And he's everything. What I find weird about Pete Buttigieg, or actually interesting with Democrats' obsession with him, is because Democrats need radicals. They have to have radicals to inspire momentum within their own side. But they don't like taking all the baggage that comes with it because they can be a headache to deal with. And so he checks a lot of boxes without being a dirty radical, without seeming like one of those radicals that they can't control. And I think that's part of his attraction. He's a DEI hire. He's a DEI hire, but he doesn't have the radical behavior. I mean, you know, like being out in the street like Transtifa and that. This guy has no idea about anything that has to do with transportation. He has no idea about supply chains. He has no idea about railroads, except that Democrats are supposed to like them. He has no idea about, you know, shipping and ports and maritime, nothing, absolutely nothing. And he's, I mean, he's also the guy who thinks that $8 billion, because that's how much is being earmarked for this. And you only have, 7 EV stations, that's like the start of a successful program. Do you guys remember what he did right when everything shut down, the country shut down, the supply chain crisis? Do you remember where he went, Kane? In the midst of all that?
Where did he go?
Remember he was on paternity leave. He just had babies.
Oh, that's right.
He birthed them and went out and took paternity leave.
You know what's funny about that photo that he took? They took it in a hospital bed.
Okay, that's what ticks me off, and that's why I constantly come back to making fun of this.
It makes me laugh. Every
They
time
didn't
I
just
see it.
why do people do this? They posed in the hospital bed like one of them pushed them out. They did that. They posed like new moms. They laid in a hospital bed and act like one of them just gave birth. And held that's guys, come on. Stop. And he was gone for how long? He was gone for months. And do you remember the complaints that came out after? Politico ran them. That meant it came from someone within the department. Politico ran them. They were upset because people were mad because they couldn't get a hold of him. He would ignore very important emails. And he's like, I'm on paternity leave. He would ignore emails. Wouldn't respond. They had pressing issues that they needed addressed, and he just would not do it. They couldn't get a hold of him forever. He was drawing a paycheck. He was the Secretary of Transportation. I mean, I don't know what is his purpose there except to be the DEI hire. He's miles wide, inches deep. He's completely without substance, completely without seriousness. He is a walking caricature. And Democrats encourage it. Juan says that Democrats would rather have a gay president than a woman president. Well, considering the women that they keep putting up, good heavens. Pete Buttigieg, they keep building it up because they want him on the back burner. They don't really have a bench. They don't really have anybody after Joe Biden. Barack Obama saw to that. He sucked up all the energy in the room. So they weren't able to really groom anybody. And I don't know who else they're going to get. They got Big Gretch, they got him, they got Gavin. That's it. Oh my gosh, I just realized. You want to know what the most insufferable ticket in the world would be? Gavin and Pete. Oh, I'm sorry. I made you all sick. That is probably the most annoying ticket I could ever imagine. I just think I don't like Pete Buttigieg because it's easy for him to inspire resentment because he's in a position that he didn't earn. He only got there because of how he has sex. That's the truth of the matter. He bones a dude, and that's why he got hired. You can roll. People can get mad at me all they want to, but that's God's honest truth. And you all know it. And that's why it makes the left so angry because it's not about merit. It's about, oh my gosh, do you check this box? There's no way that this guy was qualified to be in this position. Hell, there's no way the guy was really qualified to be mayor of South Bend, but he was. And he wants to be in government forever. He wants to be on the government teat forever. He never, ever wants to really go out and make his own way.